Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Sports Bites. Sports Bites, we are your number one sports podcast, bringing you the best of both worlds, sports and snacks. I'm your host, Randall Horn. Alongside me tonight, my brother, Don Schro. What's happening, dude?
How we doing?
Not bad. I'm pepped up on this Dr. Pepper.
Pepped up on
A bunch of them that were at the house after the party. I'm ready to rock and roll.
right.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
Well, doing good, man.
Appreciate that, Rob. Across the table, Dr.
Yep.
Mike on the mic. What's happening, Brent?
What's up, Randy?
Not much, man. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Good, man.
I see.
And
We're
a
not
week
gonna jump into it yet. I don't want to ruin the surprise.
Well, yeah,
but
but-
you brought one of my favorite things tonight.
Okay,
So
well, yeah, we'll get into it. That's good to you guys. What's up, everybody?
cross the table all the way. Robert B. Alec, what's happening, Robert?
How's it going?
Not bad, man. How you doing, bro?
All right.
Yeah. Glad to see you, bro.
You too.
I know. I feel like we haven't hung out in a couple days.
Hey, Rob,
Been at least a few days.
I was getting down at that party. Did
Right?
you play the music.
We had a good time.
Absolutely.
We're all having a good time that night.
Well, as always, we want to let everybody know that tonight we are coming to you from beautiful Varsity Park Studios here at Varsity Park Franklin, Roanoke's newest innovative storage and business center. Check us out. Check them out on Facebook or varsityparkfranklin.com. Exactly. I'm like, golly.
You're pepped up.
We went to Varsity Park.
Too pepped on pep.
How long now, and you still can't get the promo right? The ad read right?
Usually,
Because I usually read it, and I'm
get
trying
it.
to really get focus where I'm not reading it off
Hey, man.
off the board.
practice
Fair enough.
progress. Good.
We also want to throw a shout out to our man Josh Richards,
Josh,
DJ
as
J
always.
Rich, behind the scenes, keeping us rocking and rolling.
down to the very last second.
This thing go say what?
To the very last second.
Absolutely.
Get
Hey,
the mics ready.
hey, he makes it happen, bro. He makes
go.
it happen. That's what matters. So thank you, Josh, for
Appreciate
all
you,
your hard
Josh.
work. Appreciate it.
Need
Also-
you back in here, man.
Right. Also, we want to thank all you fans out there for being a part of this Sports Bites journey, for being a part of the Sports Bites family, for all you subscribers out there, everybody that's watching, everybody that's going to watch this after the show. Thank you so much for being a part of the Sports Bites family. We really enjoy doing this for everybody, and we just want to thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We appreciate it.
Always.
Without you guys, Sports Bites just isn't Sports Bites. So thank you again. And we also want to remind you, don't forget to keep clicking that like button. Hit that share button. Send this thing out to all your people. Make sure they're getting it. Make sure they see it. We want to get this thing huge. Show everybody how much fun they can have watching four guys talk some bullshit about sports and snacks for an
Yeah,
hour and a half.
yeah.
I love it.
Still going.
That's it. Well, that was a fun intro. Feel good tonight. Feel like
boy-
abnormally good.
Our boy Chow
Well, it
Bow.
must be the weather.
Must
like it's getting a little
Our
bit
boy
warmer.
Chow Bow sent a shout out right before this, and he's got another stand up thing at Spot on Kirk, like right after the pod.
Tonight?
About 8 o'clock. Yeah.
8 o'clock.
Yep.
8 o'clock. Spot on Kirk. If you're in Roanoke, my
Roanoke,
man,
Virginia.
Chow Bout.
Downtown.
Hashtag Chow Bout. Golly.
Chow Bow got jokes.
Bout got jokes.
Bout got
Brown
jokes.
chicken, brown cow.
This is why I said Charles for so long, and he joked on me.
Yeah.
Like, because I get hung up on Chow.
People there, so it's pretty cool.
I heard the stories about my brother at his shows.
What did I do? I got subs. I got subs at those shows. Random people.
But yeah, I always want to throw the shout out to our man Chow Bow, keeping it rocking
Big
and rolling.
supporter.
Most definitely. If you're free tonight, looking for something fun to do, Spot on Kirk, downtown Roanoke, 8 o'clock. Man, Chow Bow, funny dude. Got to go check him out.
He's a pretty funny dude.
Most
He is.
definitely. We've been dabbling with the idea. I kind of ran it by Brent and Robert earlier, and I know I'd said something to you and Rachel. We've got a fundraiser that we're going to be doing. We're going to start really pushing this thing on our social medias. That's going to be coming up hopefully in the next 2 to 3 weeks. We're going to do a little fundraiser. We want to do something to kind of give back more than just, some jerseys and some sports stuff. So I think we're going to try to do a fundraiser to raise money and awareness for St. Jude's. We really enjoy seeing the good things that come out of that organization, and we want to do a little something to give back. So old Diesel over here might be losing the hair, man.
Yeah, him and Carson.
Losing the hair.
Yeah, Brady said if we could
Getting
reach
all
a goal,
off,
Yep.
baby.
reach a goal to be determined, but reach a goal, then Randy would cut off his hair.
I think low key. I
could-
know Rachel loves long hair, but when you shave it,
Yeah, I mean, you got to go full
she's
on.
gonna like it.
You got to go full on
she's
Dr.
gonna-
Ox.
If
It's
I'm going to
coming off.
cut it, the thing is, if I'm
gotta
cutting
get
all
it.
this long hair, I got to do it where I can donate it to Locks for Love. We're going to do a double fundraiser on it. And the only way I can do that is you have to tie it up and you got to shave it all the way down.
Carson's
because you
pretty
have
long
to get,
too. He's gonna have.
yeah, you
some
got to
good
have
locks.
your hair has to be 8 inches long and it has to be tied up when you do it.
If we get set up, I might have a 20 spot towards you.
I got you.
Losing your hair. Losing your hair.
Just to see.
Brent's like, I'm just hoping that,
I just want to.
I'm just hoping that these last few years with long hair has covered up the balding spot that he's actually got going on.
actually-
And so after that hair comes off and it doesn't grow back,
Yeah, that's
gotta
exactly
join
what's
the
going to
club.
happen.
go.
One of us. One of us.
One of us.
Yeah, yeah. Turkey.
Oh man. Well, good intro. I'm excited to see you guys here tonight. Like I said, I'm fired up tonight, feeling good about this. And the only thing I can say that I'm a little bit hungry.
Okay.
A little bit hungry.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
around
yo, I
dinner
mean, I
time
got snacks.
usually.
You know, always
So,
bring the
6
snacks.
o'clock.
So, Dr. Mike, what do you got for us?
I got a few
Snack
different
doctors
things.
here.
So I'm going to lead off with one that was recommended to me by my father-in-law, Tim. Shout out, Pastor Tim.
Shout out to.
And he has been singing the praises
Oh
of
gosh,
these chips.
they organic.
And he said, you got to put them on the show. You got to get them on the show.
These are why I said
And he
boot
finally, he was like, he gave me a bag. He was like, take them on the show. I said, all right, you got it. He's my father-in-law. What am I supposed to say?
Right.
What are you going to do? Hey, but these are Kroger brand guacamole restaurant style tortilla chips. Now you might be asking yourself, why would you recommend Kroger? Well, according to Pastor Tim, they taste better than the name
Well,
brand.
I've got nothing against the Kroger part of it. That's
So,
I get
I am not a name brand elitist. I do private selection. I do Kroger brand,
Hey, nothing
But
wrong with
it's-
that.
So-
guacamole part. Though.
So it's a snack for the people.
Right.
Guacamole chips.
So he,
There you go.
I might take.
He's like, here, Robert, let me give you
I
12.
think they look very well seasoned.
Well, and I don't like guacamole.
I just-
That's
I
not to
don't-
say
yeah,
that,
yeah.
like, these
I will
won't
say-
be-
I think most people
usually
don't like
pretty good.
guacamole because of the texture.
Right. I mean,
right,
that's what I
yeah.
said. Maybe
But this is
these
a
will
chip.
So
be.
you said, so hold on. So
They don't-
Kroger
they-
brand guacamole restaurant style tortilla
They
chips.
Yeah.
smell a little different though.
And this is from your father-in-law,
Not
who's
quite.
a pastor.
Correct.
Pastor Tim.
Uh-huh.
He's got some seasoning on it. It's like Cool Ranch.
By God, that's good.
I get a lot of cilantro, and it is spicy.
Okay. Yeah, I can do those.
Yeah.
I can do those.
Yeah, those are
That-
good.
I get a little bit of the tomato that you expect with guacamole.
So where's the it's not
Good
quite
job, Tim.
not quite guacamole, but these are really good.
I was full disclosure. I tried these before we tried them on the show. I was very surprised. These are really good.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
was not lying.
These are slamming.
Dude, yeah. The seasoning on them is like
The only thing I will say about them,
You need a little dip, just like a little
all right.
yeah,
cheese dip or something.
Yeah.
very well seasoned. But yeah, I don't get that full guac. I get the things I like from guac,
Yeah, that's what
but
I'm
I don't
saying.
get the things I really don't like from
Cilantro,
guac.
like you were saying.
It's amazing.
You just put that on the bag and then
little
tricking
lime
everybody.
on the back end.
It's all the things I like about guacamole
All right.
on a chip.
That was good, Pastor Tim.
Yeah, shout out Pastor Tim. Good.
All right.
All right.
Ow.
Maybe I'll give him a
Whoa,
recurring role of the
Kroger
show.
brand?
That's what he said.
Dude, these are on point, man.
Yeah, they are good. I like
That's a hidden secret right there.
Wow.
Kroger brand,
Not seasoning, like
not
there's
Tostino's.
so much seasoning.
You know, this is probably like Tostino's kicked these out because they were too good, like too seasoned. Like it doesn't meet our bland criteria.
Right.
Ship
you
them
can
off
never
to
get
Kroger.
too seasoned, man. Like I love Cool Ranch.
And you know, this one actually makes me, because I started to wonder, like, with all these
All right, that's
that
really
he's
good.
been bringing in, where I'm like, nope, those are disgusting. Whether it's just in my, like, I'm making it or whatever. Nope, that's not the case. All those chips were disgusting.
They were.
Because I had the same thought going into this chip, and that chip is not disgusting. Nope. All those other chips were disgusting.
Yeah.
I was right.
All right, so maybe this is another good chip. Got another chip here.
All right.
This is
I don't know the odds of
He's
two for
trying.
two for
He's
Robert.
trying 2 for 2 tonight.
Really pushing your luck.
this is a Carolina Kettle sweet Thai chili kettle cooked chips.
Okay.
Probably.
Oh yeah, sweet Thai chili.
We got 6 in here. Who's in here? Call it out in the chat. Let's see who's in the
What's
group
up,
with
guys? 10 minutes in.
There you go. Sweet Thai chili kettle cooked.
Sweet Thai chili.
I get the sweet right off the bat.
Too
Sounds good.
sweet.
Too sweet.
Not enough hot.
Very sweet.
No Thai.
I get the Thai,
No Thai in the chili.
but
Not hot.
I get that little Asian
I don't mind
flavor.
a sweet Thai.
But
Chip.
there's no chili.
Yeah, you know.
It's still good though. It's like a very light flavor.
I'd rather a chili Thai.
Yeah.
It's like if you had a
If you like ate a few of these.
if I'm gonna have it that sweet, you're right. I need a little more bite.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for it on the back end. Like,
like
I'm
it,
waiting for
though.
like some kick to come in.
There's
and
none.
It's really not.
It's really,
The only
not
kick
bad,
I'm really
though.
getting is still that little bit of spice from the guacamole chips. The guacamole chips might actually be giving the kettle chips an extra point in my review
Right.
because I still have a little bit of that spice from those.
I mean, it's in the back.
Yeah, we're good. So, say what?
I don't mind them though. I like a sweet chip. Like
A little, it's a little too much. It's like it's a little too much.
Not bad though.
Not bad.
I like them.
I could definitely eat a small
I like.
pile of
Yeah, I
it.
like them. Small bag at least.
They're edible.
Beaver, what's happening?
WSG.
All right, are we ready for the next snack?
I'm ready for the next snack.
Okay. Here's our last savory snack.
Did you say what's WSG? I don't know.
Okay.
All I know is Fever's in the room.
We so good.
So we do what we do. What's up, Fever?
These are Meemaw's Country Kitchen cheese TDs.
No.
They're not.
Cheese TD.
Stay correct.
No, it's now.
Yeah.
If the reason I bought these because it's spelled
Titties.
TIDDIS, like titties.
Yes,
They're
that's
cheese
why you
titties.
got
No,
it.
so that's exactly why I bought them. But I was
That's why
like,
you
well,
bought
they
'em.
can't be that. Like, so I went to the website and they said it's pronounced TDs.
Yeah,
But everyone,
The fact that the
Titties.
website has to
Titties.
put the pronunciation
Titties.
Right.
on there.
No other company puts pronunciations on their
right.
website.
So now
Titties.
They're titties.
we've got these nuts. Now we have cheese titties.
Cheese titties.
So we're gonna
Do
try.
they have any other flavor titties?
I
I'm
don't
like,
know.
do they have chocolate
I think
titties?
it's
'Cause
just
I'm
the
like,
cheese.
Chocolate chili.
Buffalo titties? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't
Like,
know. There's-
Spicy.
Yeah, for sure.
We got a small little
Okay.
bag right here. We're
Oh,
cooking.
wow.
Cinnamon sugar titties?
Small increment. Where are we going?
Yeah,
don't fondle those
no,
titties,
No,
bro.
you gotta look at the shape.
Are they big? Are they big?
They're-
They're like big mounds. I think they're trying to
Big
get away with
mounds?
something there.
I was like,
and Meatball's
Got
Country
eight in here.
Kitchen. They don't.
Tablespoon. Oh, what's up? Gramado.
How's it going?
Caleb's friend, he told me about this channel. Oh, snap.
You're just in time for some titties.
Right?
Spreading the word.
Jeez.
Yeah, he's probably 13 years old too. Caleb's friend. Gramado.
How do I know?
Ready?
Hey,
Oh, yeah.
Here we go.
He'll be fine. Cheese tits.
They are good.
They're good.
They're like a cheese straw, but it's spicy.
Is it?
Yeah.
I only took half of it. That's a little
Nah,
dry.
that's the worst titty I've ever had.
That's pretty dry.
I like those. They're very crumbly. I mean, they're dry, but it's like a cheese straw. You ever had cheese straw?
Oh, yeah. I don't. Oh, yep. There it is. I'm like, I don't get the spicy. Oh, there it is.
There's
on
some
the back end.
spice.
Whoa.
Those are not good titties.
Yeah, I can't do the titties.
Actually, I quite enjoy
I
the
usually like
DDs.
titties.
This might be a split panel on the titties.
I usually like titties, but
It reminds me of like a shortbread cookie.
The after cheese taste is disgusting.
oh yeah.
We'll just take a sip of drink.
Whew, I might need some more of those.
Thanks,
Fuck.
Brent.
You're not digging them?
I'm glad I only got half.
I'm going to eat your titties in.
I think we have got a split panel.
That's good. That's a good thing.
All right.
All right.
Might ask for more of those guac later.
Ooh,
Gosh.
I like these. I got these. I got these.
It
at
was
the
just
Mac
like really
store.
dry, my man.
Made
It was
in North
like a
Carolina.
Freaking Sahara
It's
Desert.
extremely dry.
It was like Sahara Desert. You had to drink water and to get it
Just
down.
crumbles. And
No, I like it. The sandy kind of texture.
yeah, that's great. I love sand.
You like the cat tongue
I'm
texture?
trying to figure out where the crunch is.
I mean, I got a little crunch in the middle, but it was like
where you're grabbing a it's like a bag of
that half one
sand.
probably had crunch. 'Cause my other half had crunch.
That's
no,
how
it's-
you describe titties. Huh?
No, I'm not going to
Oh,
say anything
it's,
about that.
crispy
Pastor
rice.
Tim's watching.
Oh, crispy rice.
Yeah. Oh, it's got Rice Krispies in it. That's where the crunch comes from.
Oh,
Rice Krispies,
Yeah,
really?
Got crispy rice in it.
It's your fault.
crispy rice.
Okay.
The best one so far is from your stepdad.
Father-in-law. Much bigger difference.
Sorry.
Yeah, that marriage would be very weird.
Oh, man.
All right.
Moving on.
Anyways, Pastor
The
Tim.
last thing I got. Now, boys, you know I love any good Reese's product, right? This is called a Reese's
Usually.
Crispy Crunchy. Chocolate,
crispy crunchy.
peanut butter crispy layers, peanut butter candy, and whole peanuts. So kind of think of like the inside of a Butterfinger.
You never had one of these.
I may or may not have had one of these.
I think yeah. I don't know if I've had a crispy crunchy though. There's like 25 different types of Reese when you go to the candy aisle.
Not
It's
like
like
the inside of a Butterfinger.
It's like, look at the layers and like you look at the.
it does kind of look like the. Got
All
some
right.
good layers.
So
All right.
let's dig in.
It does have everything
go.
though. It's got the peanuts on the outside, a little Butterfinger on the inside. Champy. Gatos Locos forever, Holmes. Bear down. Champy, what's up? I don't know who you are. It's another new guest.
Bro,
You like it?
that's good. It's like
It's.
if a Reese's
I'm gonna save that.
and a Butterfinger and a Payday all kind of got together.
Made a baby.
Yeah, but why do you want to do that? Reese's is good enough.
It really is. It's like they're doing too much.
I like the crispy part.
I don't like that.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a Snickers Crispy. I get a lot of that.
Crispy. Oh yeah, those. Yeah. I know what you're talking about. I just like you said,
Is
like,
that when they took out the peanuts and
the
put, like,
original
puff rice
Reese
or
is so
whatever?
good. It's like, dude, I feel like they're doing too much.
Like it
with
still had peanut
Reese
butter
these
stuff
days.
in it, but it was.
They have like so many different
Okay.
things they're doing.
All right.
I dig
It's
it.
not bad, though.
I
always-
I'm the
I
odd
always
man out.
like any Reese.
I don't like Reese's.
Really?
So yeah, I'm
Don't
not
like
a fan
Reese's?
of. No, I'm not a real fan of it.
Huh.
The peanut butter is not my thing. But
That's and I'm not. It's a little, but with the texture, kind of breaks it up a little bit.
yeah, I like that a lot better. Like I like that a lot.
Word. All right. Good
Give
snacks.
your titties back.
All right. Yeah. Titties. We're just
What's
gonna
up,
help out
everybody
that
in the
baby.
chat? All right. Snacks are done.
Wonder
Titties has been
who
touched.
Champy is. Gatos Locos forever, Holmes. Okay. Let's bear down. Like you said.
Campy. Yep, let's bear down. Hashtag Arizona Wildcats.
New guest. Hey, They're doing good.
Holla.
Tough game against Oregon.
All right. Well, let's roll right into March Madness then.
All right.
So let's roll it.
I'm going to start because basketball's not really my thing. I think it's pretty obvious at this point. I have truthfully tried to watch probably more this year March Madness games than I have maybe ever.
It's the opposite of me.
Oh, it's the ebb and flow, man, the yin and the yang.
Yeah, he really hasn't watched it in years
The first game that I caught, I think was last week when we left the podcast. I went home and I watched Alabama State and St. Francis.
Yeah, the playing game.
And I'm going to tell you now.
The first game of the whole tournament. Yeah. It was crazy.
First game of the whole tournament. Did any of y'all catch that one?
That was that buzzer.
I just remember the play
that was
at
the
the
buzzer
end.
beater.
Dude.
The full court pass with the put back
Yes.
or the short shot to win it.
And even the play leading up to that.
Yeah,
like,
just the
like,
possessions back and forth.
St. Francis had it. They had the ball. It was tied at 68. Alabama State pushes a full court press. Dude bobbles the ball, kicks it, trying to pick it up, and ends up kicking it out of bounds, basically,
Yeah.
and leads to all that craziness. But for the opening game of the entire tournament,
Yeah.
it was nuts. Like, it was absolutely nuts. I watched like the last 2 minutes of it when I got home, and yeah, it was absolutely nuts to see it. And it was kind of exciting for someone who doesn't watch a lot of basketball to be like, okay, like maybe this is this going to be the precursor for the tournament? Is this how things are going to start playing out? And so then I watched the UNC game, the UNC San Diego State. And I was like, this is going to be another good game. Like, it's got to be. That was a terrible game.
Carolina was walking tall after that one. They won by like 30. Yeah, we're supposed to be here. Y'all didn't want us here.
Yeah, then Ole Miss
Everybody was talking that
whacked
smack, said
them.
we shouldn't have made it. Now we here. We won our playing game. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
And then they go in the first round and get smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ole Miss was just a better team.
Yeah. Even that, Ole Miss made it a point to be like, no, just because you won your play-in, like you or your first four, you do not deserve to be
Nah.
here.
Ole Miss won both of their games handily. They got a good coach.
All of those SEC teams are just ridiculous. All the top
They
5,
spend
top
money.
6.
That they do. That they do. And
Gotta do.
apparently other companies around spend money too
Yep.
on a lot of their players. So,
Or NIL.
yep.
Yeah, or
Yep.
the guy that cares about.
Oh, yeah. Amir Khan of McNeese
Amir
State.
Khan.
Oh, snap.
But the
Look who
schools
that is.
Who's that?
I believe that right there
Bro, I messaged him right
is
before.
Sancho. What is up, Sancho? It is good to see you in the comments, brother.
Yes, sir. I messaged him right before because I guess he owed me like $2 or something because I don't know what happened with the transaction. I was like, we're good, man. Like, no worries.
But yes, NIL. Sure, there's some little booster
But
money.
it's the schools themselves in the SEC have made a concerted effort to spend money. Not,
Oh, yeah.
not just
Yeah.
on players. They spend more money on coaching. They spend more money on facilities.
Facilities.
They spend money.
They got a great TV contract. ACC has nothing.
But their TV contract is football.
yeah.
They then take that and have spent it on basketball. The other, their ACC doesn't do anything like that. The Big Ten does spend more, but they're like most of their money is still all football. SEC spends a lot of money on basketball.
Yep.
Yeah, most definitely.
They've made a concerted effort over the last years to spend money.
For sure.
Let's I do want to talk about one I guess you'd say SEC to SEC. Let's talk about Calipari going to Arkansas. In Arkansas, they have looked really good so far in this tournament.
Yes.
A lot of folks kind of chirping in his last season in Kentucky, saying he had lost it. He wasn't the same coach anymore. What's your thoughts on Calipari and Arkansas and their big push right now through the tournament?
He just always had a young team. Like almost every year, he had a group of freshmen that always did it all for him, and a few older guys that kind of led. But he primarily played with a young team most of his career. So like the last few years at Kentucky, they were kind of judging him, but like still, he was playing with a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. Not a lot of guys stayed there. They transferred or graduated or whatever. But once he shifted to Arkansas, like they've had a lot of close games this year. Like they had like
he built that thing from scratch.
yeah, they were like 20-13, but like they said like 6 or 7 of those losses came down to the wire, down to like the last possession. So they've been in games with tough teams, they've beaten good teams, and they've obviously showed how strong they are in the tournament.
I like them.
They got a great coach. So
I like them
that helps.
against Texas Tech.
Yeah.
Their Sweet 16 matchup.
It helps when you
I'm
have
not saying they're
that
going to
tournament
win,
coach.
but they got a good squad. They got a good coach. A lot of good coaches left in the tournaments.
Yeah. Most definitely.
You have to have a good coach.
Yeah, I just feel like that brings a spark to any team when a guy like that comes into organization with good players. They got a good system going, and he knows how to win in the tournament. He just beat Patino. That was really upset that he wasn't able to advance to his Sweet 16 and go like he was saying in an interview. Him and Calipari have 3 Final Fours. They've been to like different schools, and he's like, I'm trying to go for 4 this year just to one up Calipari. Well, Calipari probably heard that and gave a good pep talk for that game because they played a very good game against a damn good team. Like St. John's was one of the most impressive teams this year to me, and they got beat the whole game.
Robert, what do you think? You think Calipari is kind of, in a way, the X factor that Arkansas really needed to make this big push?
Well, I don't know. Weren't they in the Sweet 16 like last year, the year before or something?
Yep.
So
Arkansas's been good.
he hasn't pushed them anywhere they haven't been recently yet.
Okay.
He stepped into a good situation.
I'm not saying he's. I don't think that he was the. I don't think that he got fired from Kentucky necessarily because he's washed. I think that there was a lot of inner
People in Kentucky up there
inner
got fed
stuff
up,
and
they're fed up with it because
boosters.
they wanted national titles and he was getting bounced in the first round.
I think a lot
by
of
St. Peter's, so they were just over his ass.
right. I think it was.
It's not always a coach's fault.
They were just getting.
Players playing like shit.
It had just been too long.
Yeah.
The relationship was was fractured.
Need a
and
new
they both
setting.
needed to.
A little fresh air.
Yeah, man. He's happy where he is.
Well, I was going to say, he's definitely feeling the fresh air right now. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like you said,
how are people going to say he's washed?
No.
Like he's fine.
got plenty of
there's nothing
time.
wrong. But Patino's still doing it. Like, is he washed? No.
right.
Like
He's older.
He's fine.
Yeah,
Well,
they're
and on
both fine.
and on the flip side of that, let's also not forget, Kentucky just beat number 6 Illinois
They
pretty
look-
easily.
They
Like,
look very good too. Kentucky looks very good.
yeah, and so Kentucky also, and obviously they're 3 over 14 over Troy. They were pretty dominant there too. Like, so maybe both sides needed that fresh air because,
Yeah.
like you said, Kentucky and Calipari, his last 2 years wasn't it when he was in?
Yeah,
Kentucky?
they just
Like,
gotten
they
kind of
just-
tired of it. But Kentucky's no worse for it. They're in the 16. Too bad they're not in the same bracket. They're not.
I
Gonna,
know.
They're not going to meet unless it would be in the
You know who's on Old Miss?
Sean Padula.
Yeah.
And he hit the game. He's a former
Really?
Virginia Tech point guard.
Padula,
Who
yep.
everybody up here hated, and he went down. He went to Ole Miss, took a bag.
Who up here hated?
Yeah, who hated
I
Padula?
didn't.
Some
Everyone
people
loved
that I
him.
know. Some people that I know. I didn't mind him, but at any rate, he was hitting match. He hit a clutch shot for Ole Miss the other night.
There's 2 former Hokies starting in the Sweet 16.
Yep.
Oh, the other, no, not Vanderbilt.
I can't recall like what exactly, who, but there are 2.
Look that one up.
Okay, I'll effort that.
Is Kentucky facing Tennessee in the Sweet 16?
No.
Who are they facing?
Kentucky's
Purdue.
placing. Yeah. No.
Uh,
Purdue,
right.
Kentucky's placing Tennessee. Yeah.
Apparently,
Sweet 16.
Yeah. Kentucky plays Tennessee. Yeah. Purdue plays Houston, BYU, Alabama, Duke, Arizona, Texas Tech, Arkansas, Florida, Maryland, Ole Miss, Michigan State, and Auburn, Michigan. And Michigan State, man, like there for a minute, New Mexico had them a good ways
Yeah.
into that game. I thought for sure that was going to be an upset.
I think Michigan State was kind of just a little shaky at the beginning, and they turned it on. But real quick about Kentucky, I did my homework on that Sweet 16 game. Not once, not twice, 3 times this year, Kentucky has beaten Tennessee. Twice in the regular season, once in the SEC tournament. And that was the big decision in my bracket where I looked and I was like, you know,
They've got
like
their
they might come in, you know, maybe do it, but they have their number.
Cool.
They've proven they're not only one of the best offensive teams. I think they're 4th best points per game in the league, in the whole college basketball, and they're one of the best defensive teams too. So, yeah, they got a good shot for sure. What's up?
Robert, the looks Robert gives are like
What?
classic. Sometimes just watching Brent.
There's a microphone right here.
Oh yeah, you were shaking that shit.
And you're like,
Told me not to tap. I'm trying not to tap over here.
No, you're right. I wasn't trying to.
No.
Sometimes I
man.
forget that I'm working. You know, I got the
I
microphone.
wonder what they were listening to more of, the Brent Crinkle or my
A little bit of both.
Kentucky take.
No, I was just looking at, you know, we're talking about like potential matchups down the road. You could get Michigan State. They're in the
Dude,
same
that
bracket.
was sick.
Yep,
That'd
that
be
one
sick.
could happen.
They both win. They're playing each other.
And yeah, Michigan
tough
over
game.
A&M. That was a big dominant game.
A&M's a damn good team
yes.
too. They've dominated Auburn this year. Like I picked them to beat Auburn in the Sweet 16, and
I don't root for
yeah, they're a damn good team. So for them to score 91 on that team, 91-79, they're gonna be tough to beat. They got an elite offense.
I was
Well-
just saying another former host.
Yeah.
It did kind of suck, you know, that Alabama State worked that first game so good, and everybody was so
yeah.
high up on them. And man, their first game in, they go up against Auburn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
like-
knew what they were playing for.
Yeah.
Hold on.
But I'm like, them getting in, I feel like that was the win for them.
Yeah, they did.
regardless.
If you want to talk about close, I don't know if any of you were watching that game.
Doubt
it
it.
was 32-32 with 30 seconds left in the first half. Alabama State was giving them a run for their money. Then Auburn turned it on in the second half. I know.
Auburn has the depth.
But it was cool to see a
Condition.
team like that run with Auburn.
Yeah.
They were running with them the whole
They ran-
first half.
they
What
ran
was
the first
cool
half,
was
then they-
UMBC.
They jogged in the second half.
Yeah, UMBC.
Now their
that
coach,
was cool.
and now
was
their
pretty
coach at UMBC is the coach at UVA, the team that he beat.
Really?
Yeah, they hired Ryan Odom.
No way.
Yeah,
That's
so
crazy.
it's things come full
Things are
circle.
going well for them.
Yeah, I was wondering why we haven't seen UVA.
Well, because right before the beginning of the season, like what
They lost their
a
best.
month before the season, less than 2 months, less than a month before the season, Tony Bennett just I'm retiring.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
So they had a
I didn't know about
They
Bennett.
couldn't find a coach
Because he didn't like the state of college basketball and the NIL and the transfer portal and everything. Like
You got a deal, man. Everybody.
that's-
whatever.
The game evolves as a coach. You have to evolve. with
Yeah,
the
you
game.
gotta-
just like the players have to
gotta
evolve with
adjust.
changing the change of the games. Like
yeah, you got to.
I think it might have something to do with UVA. I mean, that's the second time the coach is suspiciously just like, I'm gone.
get out of here.
You know what? I'm done.
UVA is a little
Bronco.
suspicious.
the vibes are just off. I'm out.
That's funny.
It's not
Oh
me.
man. Yep. So you guys got Duke moving through.
Duke's a
They've-
wagon, man.
They're just impressive. I mean, they
Yeah.
got, they got a lot of
But
good role players.
Cooper Flax be a
Flax.
senior in high school.
yeah,
He's just,
I mean, he.
if you saw the high school team he played for, it was 5 of the top recruits, and they all played for different teams. 4 of them are in the tournament, and he played with all of these guys in high school, and their high school team was ridiculous. Like,
And he's a year younger than all of them. Like he should,
Yeah.
he reclassified
Yep.
so that he could graduate a year early and
Yep.
go to college.
that's crazy.
Damn.
He's
Yeah.
he's such a force, man. Like how good he's gonna be in the NBA.
Well, I'll say Duke, Arizona. That's going to be a big game. I feel like that's going to be a
that's
wild
gonna be
game.
a
I think
heavy
the kid
An
from
old
Arizona
national championship.
from back in the day,
Yeah.
with
Rematch?
Lute Olson and
01.
Lute Olson and Coach K.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That's a long time.
Arizona was
That was in
really
the
good.
stretch when I
Watch college basketball.
That's why I know. That's why I knew right then.
I know you.
And I know that Duke beat Maryland in the Final Four that year when Maryland had a 23-point lead at halftime, and Duke came back and beat Maryland in the Final Four to go to the championship.
I remember when Maryland had a buzzer beater against UNC Wilmington, like back in the day. Overtime.
I remember
Anyway.
when dude from Butler almost hit a half court shot
To win the natty. Oh, that Hayward, right? Wasn't it?
Yeah, Gordon Hayward.
Hayward, yeah.
Almost hit at the buzzer.
That would have been wild.
That would have been, that one would go down in history forever.
The miss,
That Butler
is
team.
up there.
That Butler team went to the championship 2 years in a row and lost both years. That had to be demoralizing. I mean, it's awesome to make it there, I guess, but
Well, I will
lose
say,
both times.
I want to talk a little bit. One of the closest games so far all weekend, or last weekend, Florida and UConn, 1-6. I watched pretty much that whole game.
Yeah, I watched the whole game. It was intense, man. It was like a boxing match.
UConn extended their streak of against the spread games and NCAA tournament games to like 16 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, they
The
should have.
last two tournaments and then this one.
They
covered
had
the
that
spread.
game won. Like they were dominating that game, and like
Except they couldn't make a basket.
I know at the
Florida's
end.
too much.
At the end, Florida, that dude Peyton, that
You
transfer
got
that
too
they
much
got,
guys. Florida's good.
he was just hitting threes at the end. Like it was that dude Peyton just coming down, hitting
Well-
clutch threes, and
And
they couldn't-
UConn missed 21.
yeah, they couldn't answer.
And let's
They
not
cou- they
forget,
couldn't make the
we
shots
talked
at
about
the
it.
end.
They missed 21 threes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Before the pod,
They
we-
shot the 35% from the field, 26% from three-point, and Florida shot 47. So, I mean, you can complain about
Yeah.
reffing all you want to, Hurley, but teach
Yeah,
your
it
kids
was
how to
bad
shoot the
shooting.
ball.
Yeah, it was.
Well, and UConn, they
coulda won.
What got them the lead, what had them in the dominant position was they were driving to the basket,
Yep.
and they were getting the fouls.
Yep.
They were putting Florida in foul trouble, and they were making their
Yeah, they
their
made their free throw percentage was
Florida
good.
was
80%.
missing.
Yeah.
Florida was missing.
Florida
their
was
free
not
throws.
good at the line.
14
Yes.
missed free throws from a
Yes.
team that averages over 85% as a team.
They were nervous. You can tell
But-
they were nervous because they were down.
And that's what we talked about was for a coach to complain about it so publicly, like in the hall to Alabama as they're walking out off the court, saying, well, I hope they don't fuck you guys like they did us.
He's
My
You got to
thing
give
is-
the other team credit because they just came back and beat the two-time defending national champions.
Florida gave them, they tried everything to give them the game and they couldn't win it.
Exactly.
So to me, I'm like, if you're
They
going to
could've won
argue a
that
call
game.
at the end of that, like, okay, that's fine. Argue the call. If they make 10 of those 14, they're still under their normal percentage of free throws and the game isn't anywhere close.
Yeah, it was.
basketball is there's plays like that at the end of games every single time. It's just basketball.
Oh, like the kid from
It's-
Maryland who took like 3 full steps
Oh, that was a.
on his game winner.
Do you really think that they're gonna call?
They're never going to call
something
it.
that is it could have been traveling, it could have not, like it wasn't that obvious.
It was
If
mid
you slow
dribble.
it down.
It was mid dribble.
But the
you
people
slow
who
it
at
down-
Colorado State money line are upset.
Sure.
Who
Are
gives a shit?
upset that they walked. That
But
he
did
walked.
he? Like who?
What? He took 3
I wanted
for
Colorado
baseball.
State to
He
win
held
that.
I
the
get
ball.
that you slow it down and you watch
I
it.
saw it
in
real
slow
time. I said that's a travel.
It was
because
crazy.
you already said it. You bet on Colorado State.
I said no.
That was
I
a
didn't
great
say anything
game,
about
though.
me.
Talk
I said,
about
But I
great.
can tell by the way.
I said
that
people
you're-
who may or may not have bet Colorado State money
But
line.
how angry you are.
So,
you
Dr.
did-
Mike, I have to ask you the question then. Did you have money on the money line for Colorado State?
It's possible I may have had them a part of a parlay. It's possible.
They're not. They're never going to call it. They don't call that with a minute into the game. You think they're
Yeah,
going to call
that's
that
tough.
with a second left?
You can't.
No.
And you can't review it. You can't. Like if they don't call it, they don't
Oh,
call
but
it.
no. That's the problem with college basketball.
Can't review.
Reviewing. That's the problem with basketball. This is bullshit at the end of basketball games. You
Oh,
can't
yeah.
get
2
through an
minutes.
end of a basketball game. They're reviewing stuff that doesn't need to be reviewed. What are we looking at?
Yeah,
what
like
are we
2
looking
minutes.
at here? Why are you wasting the 20 minutes to look at it?
Yeah, you're right, though.
What are we looking at here?
Games
I was
do last,
watching.
like, 4 hours.
When I
Flagrant
picked up
one,
my
flagrant
uncle, he was
twos,
watching the women's
possession.
college basketball.
Whether it touched his fingernail on the way out.
He was watching a women's college basketball game, and it was at the end of the game. Inbound, girl comes up, fouls her, and it was like a little bit like she grabbed her. It took them a while to blow the whistle, and then they just get in each other's face and look at each other, and then they get separated, and they go to review. For what? It was a foul. They inbound. It's a foul. They look at each other in the eye, very sensually, and then they get separated. And you're reviewing what? It's a waste of time. It stops the flow of the game, and it sucks.
Yeah.
And it makes me not want to watch any games.
Well, yeah, it's like when the last 2 minutes of basketball games, college basketball games. It was like the last 2 minutes up, got another 15 minutes to watch, and now it's like the last 2 minutes, like, well, hell, we got half an hour.
And
Like,
don't
shit.
get me wrong, that's always been an issue
Yeah.
with basketball and college basketball because of timeouts. The last 20 seconds of a basketball game could be 30 minutes because of timeouts.
Yep.
Well, now it's even worse because of reviews when they're going to the monitor over everything. They will just call things goaltending so that they can go to review. The refs aren't doing their job. They're depending on review.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a waste of time.
I feel like Robert's got that like Grinch thing. All the reviews. Oh, man. Well, so then let me throw it out there. Next round, any upsets you guys got?
The only one I thought just in
All
these
the high
next-
seeds
on
made it
Thursday
pretty
and
much.
Friday.
It's gonna be some heavyweight battles.
We talked about them. I don't know if I'd like a money line, but I like Arkansas plus 5.5 against Texas Tech.
I think they could beat
on the
Texas
Thursday
Tech.
games. This is not gambling
Beat Johnny's,
advice.
you can beat
have a
Texas
gambling
Tech.
problem called Win 100 Gambler.
What's up? Oh shit! Here he is.
And then if I had to pick a favorite for Friday, I'm gonna take Tennessee minus 4.5. Tennessee minus 4.5 versus Kentucky.
On the spread?
You're
Yeah.
crazy.
If I had to pick a favorite,
Did you just hear what I said?
I heard what you said. I just
And you're still picking them to win.
I just think
And the spread. You're picking them to win by
I mean,
five.
if you want me to pick a dog,
I'll bet
Ole
you right
Miss
now
plus
that they lose by
3.5
at
against
least 5.
Michigan State. If Michigan State can't shoot, they're very good defensively, but if they can't shoot, they're awful.
If
Ole Miss has been playing all right, and I
tournament
like Chris Beard as a coach. Yeah, you could take. Go ahead.
So are you saying you have to be able to shoot to win?
There's not
So someone should tell Dan Hurley.
So all these spreads that you're interested in, but nothing, you don't trust anything about Auburn or Michigan plus 8.5 against Auburn.
I like that.
Michigan just beat a
Michigan
really good
Michigan
A&M
turns the
game
ball
team.
over too much, and Auburn has a better roster, and they turn the ball over too much, and they're already underdogs in a game like that, Sweet 16 game. You're playing a good team. They're going to make you pay for turnovers. I don't.
Auburn.
8.5. See, I think that will get bet down. I don't necessarily like it at 8.5. I might like it at
Dude,
like
Auburn ended the
7.5.
year. Auburn ended the year 3 out of 4 losses. They go beat a 16 seed. Ooh, good job. And they beat Creighton. Good job. They're not even ranked. Now they're playing the first good team they faced in probably a month. Last 2 or 3 good teams they faced, they lost. They really haven't been playing well against
by the
good
time
teams.
that they convincingly finished first place in the toughest conference ever in college basketball. Convincingly, they locked up the 1 seed in the SEC 2 weeks before the end of the year. So
They didn't win the tournament though.
they already had the 1 seed in the college basketball tournament locked up. They had
that's
already
fine.
done. So do you think maybe they were like they weren't into those games quite as much? Like, and not saying they were trying to lose, but like they weren't as focused in those games because they went an entire the whole season dominating the most dominating conference in ever. That's all people have talked about. It's the best conference ever, and Auburn dominated it. Their record, they lost 2 games in the SEC, like for the regular season, 3 or something like that. It's pretty fucking good. Like they're a good team. Like I do get that, but like you're just discrediting what they did the entire season because of what they did once they had everything locked up.
Yeah. I like the streak going into the because Michigan won their conference.
Sure.
They're red hot, and they beat 2 good teams. They beat a UCSB team that was red hot going in the tournament, and they only won by 2.
I did not have them beating A&M. I did
Either.
not have
And
them beating
A&M's a
A&M.
damn good team. Like I said, they had beaten Auburn previously. They beat Florida previously. They've beaten some good teams this year. So like,
Sure, I'm not saying that. I was just that was my like. You were like the argument against for Michigan to win was just like downing Auburn. So I was like, they're a good team. Michigan could beat them. They very well. Like they are, but I mean,
It'll be an interesting round to see this week.
I think they'll definitely get 8.5.
Next week when we do our show, though, we have a final four, right?
Yeah, should.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The
16 and 8
over the
tonight,
weekend.
or this week rather. So
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
Yeah, over the weekend.
It'll be a wild one. It'll be a wild one. Let's
love it. I love it. Yeah.
let's move on. I got a little something in between March Madness and MLB starting. Want to get with Robert over here and get us updated. What's the Ovechkin countdown looking like right about
Oh yeah,
now?
I've been
he's
seeing
7 away.
7 away.
every day. I get popped up.
7 from breaking, 6 from tying.
Okay.
Okay.
12 games left.
Oh, he's hungry.
And how many games until you go to the game?
5.
Are they playing tonight?
Yep, 8 o'clock.
All it takes
Who are
is
they
like
playing?
one friggin' hat trick or
The
something.
Jets. It's basically a
Jets.
President's Cup matchup.
The Jets are good.
If they win this, they're gonna win the President's
He's putting
Cup,
2 down.
probably.
He's putting 2 down tonight.
Dude.
Tonight? I don't know if tonight's the night. I think.
Bet
Put a fiver. Put a fiver.
putting 2 down
If you put
tonight.
2 on a bet, that's like at least plus 1,000.
No, it isn't.
2,000
OV 2 goals, probably
OV
plus
2 goals
plus 550.
6,
in one night.
6,
550.
7.
In one night.
Keep it going.
It's
I'll find out.
no. I've already.
already got it.
How about Mario?
One, maybe not 2 though.
No, 2 goals.
In one night.
Yeah, a 2-goal.
When's the
plus
last time
550.
When's the last time he's done it?
I don't know.
A couple weeks ago.
Okay.
There you go. All right.
All right. You know more than me. I was just asking.
No, but I mean, yeah. I think
The odds.
A
though.
lot
It's all
of-
about the odds.
I think a lot of hockey fans are just captivated by it in general because
Yeah.
you know,
Of course. You gotta be.
you're going to see that it's going to be very, very, very hard for someone to pass that goal. It's. I wouldn't say it's Cal
Plus 9. I'm listening.
Plus 900.
Plus 9.
It's 1,000.
Plus 9, I feel like is worth a $5.
Yeah, it's $45.
Yeah, I mean, that's.
You called it right here, so let's go with your gut.
It's going down.
Go with your
I'm-
gut.
I'm- And I get the profit boost.
Dude, what if he hits the hat trick tonight, man? You're just like, ding, ding,
And I
ding.
get the profit boost, so I get
Oh,
plus
yeah.
1,000.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
1,000.
I'll take it.
$50, baby.
It's all coming together.
But yeah, after tonight, they've got the Wild, Sabres, and the
Ooh.
Bruins.
Ooh, Sabres. The Bruins. They got the Sabres in there. That's at least 6 goals.
Well,
to score right
neither
there.
one of those teams have defended too well this year.
Oh,
So-
dude, since when? Man, I'm going to tell you now, and I'm going to say this publicly on here.
What happened?
I'm about done with Fanatics Sportsbook. About done with it.
I don't do
I
fanatics.
haven't been on there in a long time.
It's the one that we did
FanDuel.
when we got the
Oh, I
free
know.
thing, and so I've stuck with them because I'm like, you know what? It's I'm not.
No,
I'm
I
not
was just
super
there for the
picky.
free jersey.
I'm not super picky about it. But I will say this: you don't get shit for bonus bets. You don't get really anything.
Odds are
extra for
bad
them.
too.
The profit boost, they give you profit boost, but a lot of them are profit boosts after you take a bad bet. And on top of all that, now you have a minimum $10 deposit if you want to deposit money. So I can't just deposit a $5 like I used to and put it on something. Now you have to put a minimum of 10 down. And I'm like, dude, it's fucking whack.
Yeah, and I've been using DraftKings.
Well, DraftKings is
I went to ESPN for a little bit, but they're having issues. I think that they're falling off. I think Penn just can't get the online gambling right. They really
Nah.
they've wasted a lot of money trying to get the mobile app going. What they paid
well,
$700 some million for Barstool, and
Yeah.
then sold it back for $1.
Try not to.
And now they're probably this deal with ESPN probably isn't going to work out because it's just not working. They're losing so much money.
Try not to crank up.
all right. Well,
Russell Wilson and the Giants agreement.
Oh,
What?
Lord.
so they'll
No way.
So they're going to have a quarterback quarterback
got
competition
Jameis-
between Jameis and Russell.
They're about to
It's gonna
draft
be
Shador.
Russell. There won't be a
Who are they gonna draft?
Nobody gives Jameis
Travis.
anything.
Ooh.
Who?
Travis
Travis
Hunter,
Hunter?
to the Giants. I've heard of them trying to move up to a position where
That would
that's
be-
a
Aren't
a
they?
lot.
Don't they draft like third or fourth?
Yeah, they're up there.
They're up
but,
third.
But yeah, it's
I'm not moving up. If I'm moving up to get a quarterback, it's not Shador Sanders.
no.
Who do you got?
Cam Ward.
Yeah, Cam.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
going number
Cam
one.
is-
And that's the spot they're going to have to move up to if they want to get him.
Yeah, but Tennessee's going to.
Tennessee definitely needs a quarterback. That definitely.
They've brought him in for like another workout.
I just got the update.
Yeah, he's the beast.
I just want to see the Steelers. Just kind of, we can take like a NFL minute. I'm
They gave away both their quarterbacks.
I'm
So what are they
rooting
doing?
for the Steelers to be just like the Jets last year and just completely bend the knee to Aaron Rodgers and just have it all unfold.
Oh, yeah, I'm rooting for that.
Is that,
They just
is
have-
that why they're getting rid of one of their quarterbacks?
I
Just 'cause
don't
of
know.
Rodgers?
But no, they didn't get rid of him. He's a free agent. They just didn't sign him.
For 1
There's-
year. That's it. It's not like they're
Well,
gonna
there's
give him-
no one else on their roster to play quarterback right now, so it has to be Rodgers
Yep.
that they're.
I don't know why they would give up Wilson. That's insane.
They didn't give him up. They just didn't
Yeah, they
re-sign him. It was
didn't
a 1-year
re-sign
deal. He was a free agent. They could have signed him.
He has chemistry with DK. He's a good quarterback. Got wins for the team last year. What do you do?
I don't know. Like,
What next?
there are so many teams that are just
Great, but-
captivated by what Aaron Rodgers used to be, and
Oh yeah.
He's not going to
I
be
get
better.
it. Like, I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
I'd rather have Russell
But
than
I don't
Aaron
think
Rodgers
he's
right
going
now.
to be. I don't think he's going to be better either. But like, I get why teams are like why the Steelers aren't like, oh, we gotta re-sign Russell. Like, I get that.
Yeah.
I don't get like going after
Got him a sweet
Rodgers,
deal, $1
but
million.
I mean,
It's just they get visions of visions of sugar plums dance in their heads. This is visions of deep balls to DK dance in their heads, and that's all the general manager can think about. It's like, oh, you don't have an offensive line. You spend all of your money on defense, and they're getting old.
And they're trying to get Genty, too. It's like Genty's just going to walk into a terrible situation. If Pittsburgh drafts him, not going to have an O-line.
where are they picking?
Yeah, he's going to the
9th
Cowboys.
or 10th, I think.
Jerry Jones will not let Ashton Genty get past him. Guaranteed.
If he's a Cowboy, he'd be pissed
Guaranteed.
off.
He will not let. They don't have a running back.
Yeah, I know.
Dowdell's with the
But
Titans, I
there's
think.
so
too.
many other things that I feel like Dallas needs,
Or somewhere.
but other than just a running back that are
Yeah, they need an
detrimental.
offensive line.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter who the running back is.
You have to have an O-line.
All right. All right, let's move on to MLB before we run out
NFL
of
minute is over.
time. NFL minute. And don't forget, we do have the draft episode.
Is this Trout right here, right? Let's go viral.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm making sure.
Yeah.
What's
What's up, Chout? Hey, just saying, we gave the shout out one more time to Chout. Everybody watching
Spotted Kirk.
Chout Bout Spot on Kirk, 8 p.m. tonight. Excuse me.
Said him.
Go see some funny jokes
You local
by our
comedians.
guy. So MLB, ESPN's got their top, or they've got their 30 projections. I'm gonna go over tonight. We had the top 15. I think we're gonna probably have to stick to the top 10 just for the sake of time. We're gonna go over the top 10 and maybe a dark horse here or there if you guys have any ideas of. I know you probably do.
What?
Dark horses for big runs in the MLB. Obviously, ESPN right now, and I want to say that these projection percentages are literally, they're just a number to go off. They're taking into account oh, I was like, that was the Russell thing. I'm like, what just happened? These percentages are taking into account strength of schedule, full rosters, a lot of things. So these numbers, like I was telling Robert before, even just the idea of taking into account the full roster, these 10 teams are not going to be at full roster by the end of the season. Maybe a couple of them will, but there's going to be injuries and stuff that happen. But anyway, the number one team they have projected is Los Angeles Dodgers. They're projecting a 102-60 record and are saying that the Dodgers have come out and said that their big goal this year is to push to break the record for wins in a season in Major League Baseball.
Well, why not?
That stands at 120.
120.
120? I mean,
I don't see why they can't.
they definitely could.
Yeah.
The
Have the
only,
team to do it.
the only thing that will slow them down, but actually gives them a better chance now than it would have in the past, is their division is tough.
Yeah.
But they don't have to play them as much as they did in the past. So
Well, and they have a pretty healthy team, other than like really Ohtani's big injury that before he came there, and that's looking like a thing of the past. I think we've talked about they're not even planning on Ohtani pitching anymore, are they? They
don't
said
need him.
he's going to run as a
As
DH.
far as fantasy purposes, they have him listed as a starting pitcher.
They're not.
So I think the possibility is there.
There's no
I don't
need.
know how much they'll do it because it's a lot more risk to an injury.
and they have
but-
pitchers. Like the Dodgers have pitchers.
Just to know, I mean, that you could is awesome.
Yeah.
Dude, Blake Snell, Glasnow, Yamamoto, Sasaki, maybe Kershaw mixed in here and there. They might not pitch him too much. They got
we don't know what
elite,
we're getting.
elite
from Sasaki.
bullpen.
He hasn't looked that great yet. So
He
we
had a
don't-
few walks, just like Imanaga did. But he looked pretty good in his opening.
Well, we've seen Imanaga in a season of Major League Baseball. We haven't seen Roki. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not saying he sucks. I'm saying we don't know at all what we're gonna get from him. So
Yeah.
we can't just put him in there like he should be, but we have no idea.
And I want to cut back. I want to
steam.
fix something that I just said. Miguel Rojas said that they can win 120 games. The record is 116. It was the 1906 Cubs and the 2001 Mariners at 116 wins. But yeah, claiming that with good injury luck, that 120 wins in a season is within their grasp.
They could, but the injury luck isn't hitting them good already with
Yeah.
Mookie Betts.
Oh yeah,
Or
Mookie Betts
whatever
got
it
some
is.
sort of. He lost 23 pounds in 2 weeks.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I was going to say that's what he was.
I
He
think he'll
left.
be
They said he left Japan early for, wasn't it? Was 'cause
Yeah,
of the
he
illness
hadn't
that-
been able to eat to hold down food since 2 days before the Japan trip.
Really?
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
not a
ick.
good thing to start off with.
Yeah,
Well-
he's still sick. Like he's
Yeah.
at like 150 pounds right now or something.
Jesus. Like Mookie Betts
Yeah,
got
yeah.
Lyme disease. or
Yeah,
something.
he's going to be on the IL for sure.
Yeah.
Just to get his strength back. But
But like,
Well,
do you realize how
maybe if he'd stay
Dominant.
with the Red Sox, he'd not go to Japan and get sick.
yeah how dominant that top part of that lineup is? Though it's like murderer's row, pretty much. Like Tani, Freeman, Betts, all perennial Hall of Famers. Like no doubt, first ballot Hall of Fame, as long as Tani can stay healthy, of course. But still, I feel like
Home
he's
run
gonna be a
derby
Hall of
winner,
Famer.
the Oscar Hernandez.
Yeah, Teoscar Hernandez, Will Smith. I mean,
Oscar.
their lineup's incredible.
between
so.
their 40-man roster and their 60-man or 60-day injured reserve list, 6 MVP award winners, including Ohtani, Freeman, Mookie, and Clayton Kershaw. 5 Cy Youngs, including Kershaw and Blake Snell. 1 Rookie of the
Blake
Year,
Snell.
Ohtani. Manager of the Year, Dave Roberts. They've got a
Gotta
stack
be
lineup.
nice as a manager to have players like
The
that.
thing is like the reason I think that I really like it drives me to
Easy to
hate them
manage
even
them.
more is just because of that, because of what they spend. Nothing makes me happier than seeing a team that just spends out the ass and then
Like
they
the
just
Mets.
fall.
You're telling me.
Like the Mets every year.
You're telling
Like
us.
the Ravens every year.
Are you kidding?
It's
It's the oldest play in the book.
Yeah.
not always the best. It's not always the best
Oh
paid
my
team.
God.
Look, I hate the Yankees because I hate the Yankees, but I'm never going to hate a team because they spend money.
I wouldn't say that it.
I
That's
wouldn't.
not the
Like,
reason
I
I hate
love-
them, but I will say them spending the money drives me to
It's
hate them
coming from
more than
Orioles
I
fan.
already do.
The previous ownership was so cheap they would never spend money. They just bring all this high end talent up and then give it away for nothing to everybody else in the major
prayed
leagues.
that my team would spend a little money. So I applaud teams that spend all the money that they can.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think piggybacking off what he's saying, like our core of our team was all brought up through the farm system. Cunha, Albies, Riley, Harris, all brought up from the farm system. Their top 4, Freeman got from the Braves, Betts you got from the Red Sox, Teoscar you got from the Mariners, Shohei you got from the Angels. Like you said, the money is great. That's how you get those guys, but you can't like feel good about that. I feel good at our situation because like we have We don't have to spend all that money to have great
I
players.
don't really care. It's
Yeah,
not my
but-
money. I just want to get the guys.
You
It's not
still
my-
have to spend money to get those players because those
We do.
Dodgers were able to get those players because the teams didn't want to spend money on them. The
Right.
Orioles, they've had players, lots of players. They had Manny Machado. We've had tons of players, but they don't spend money to keep those players. You have to. You guys do have those players, but you've spent money to sign them to contracts. Now, you have gotten hometown deals, sure.
Yes.
But if you guys didn't spend, if you guys spent like the Orioles, all those hometown guys are gone.
Well, but-
going to other teams. So you still have to spend money to put that team together. Even like the Orioles right now, we have a bunch of hometown guys. None of them are signed yet. So
And in a way-
I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what
they
the
signed all of them.
But in a way, we're not so different from the Orioles. Look at all the guys that we just let walk this
all our
year.
money to Chris Davis.
We just let so many guys walk this year. So really, we're not
Yeah,
that much
we let a
different
lot
from
of
you
guys
guys.
walk.
I mean, Max Fried goes to the Yankees. We've got AJ Minter, Tyler Metz. I mean, dude, a lot of our core pitching guys are
Yep.
gone
On.
because the Braves were like, hey, we love these guys. We'd love to have them here, but we're not willing to spend that kind of money on them. Truthfully, I like Max Fried. Max Fried is very inconsistent. When you get on Max Fried, you get a really good pitcher. When you get off Max Fried, it's not like his off days are really, really bad. And he is a one or two. If he has one or two bad innings, you can literally see him in the dugout, just sit there, just you can see it just eating away at him. And it's hard for pitchers like that to come back. I think that the Yankees way overpaid for
Good.
Max
I
Fried.
can't wait for him to come to Fenway and get smoked.
Oh, I think that there's a great possibility
in a
that you
tough
see that
division.
because
Yeah,
he's in a
he's in a
really
tough-
tough division.
In a tough division.
Well, let's move on. Number 2, we've got the Braves. Their projection right now, 96 wins, a 91.1% playoffs odds. Like we've been talking about, not a lot to talk more on. We've got a great core. A lot of guys that
Josh.
were signed young that we got a good deal on that gave us that hometown deal, and now it's hopefully going to pay off for us.
I got a controversial answer to this question.
I got, what'd you get?
I like ham and cheese. I like the ham.
That's a controversial answer.
I like the ham and cheese because it's not the most popular.
Controversy.
See, I like the ham and cheese, but I like the croissant ham and cheese.
Hot
I think we're just going to keep it OG crust.
Are we? Well, who says? Who's making these rules?
Slipper House.
I think Josh got the OG usually.
I also do like the Philly steak.
Not a fan of the Philly steak. The meatball and mozzarella used
I
to
was
be a
about to
go-to,
say.
but
That one's whack.
it is what it is.
And the cheese pizza, pepperoni pizza, they're played out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan on the.
I like the, what was it? The
How come they don't do a buffalo chicken hot pocket? They are
Buffalo, I
missing.
don't know, yeah.
They are missing the
like
boat.
Hot Pocket
They
hasn't
missed the
done-
boat.
Hasn't done shit in a while. Dr. Mike with the OG classic. See? He likes the ham and cheese.
Dr. Mike with the OnlyFans classic ham, my boy. Wait, Dr. Mike's got an OnlyFans? What?
No, Slipper House. Write your congressman a letter. Get buffalo chicken hot pockets done. Get it done.
Write him out, Josh.
Where's that endorsement deal? Hot Pockets, Dr. Mike.
Oh,
Buffalo chicken.
I can appreciate a hot pocket.
That he exposed
He
you.
exposed the doctor.
He exposed me for what? I admitted it freely. Ham and cheese all day, brother.
Casey's watching, and she heard you had the oldie.
So back to the Braves. So most everybody signed young. We've got Ronald Acuna and Spencer Strider. Acuna, they just put on 10-day IL retro back to the 24th. Strider on the 15-day retro back to the 24th. So those guys will be eligible to pretty much play. They're not going to, but they'll be eligible to play here in just a few days. So that's kind of a cool thing to look towards. We do have a lot of guys that are really good core players. The one concern I have is after last year, I mean, they even said it on ESPN. They were like, there was not a team who had worse luck with injuries than the Atlanta Braves did last year.
You just got to stay healthy. I mean, it's in every.
That's kind of
it's
been
in
a
every
trend.
sport.
Yeah.
That's in every sport. I mean,
And major injuries to your top level guys.
yeah.
And that's
At
one,
least for the last 3 years.
This
and that's
is what
been
it
our
is,
identity
man.
is
It
piecing
happens.
together guys to make those runs. The 2021 team, I mean, you couldn't have pieced together a more ragtag group of guys to go all the way.
I know.
mean, it
That's
really
crazy,
was.
man. That was a crazy team.
2003 Red Sox Cowboy up probably a little bit more.
You got to bring up that.
Cowboy up.
Did it?
Cowboy up.
Did it?
We had Mark Bellhorn playing second base. Give me a break.
Bellhorn was hitting though.
Yeah, right.
Bellhorn was hitting. He wasn't there for to second base potential.
Who did we have? We had Duvey. We had Jock.
Solaire.
Solaire
randomly
came in,
out of KC.
yeah, I'm like, we had a ton of guys that came in that were, that were not supposed to do what they did, but they did. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here a lot on it. I'm looking forward to seeing us come back Thursday, opening in San Diego. I got a guy that I work with, Phil. He's a San Diego fan. He was talking shit to me before I clocked out today, so I'm hoping I can talk a little shit Friday morning and be like, hey, what the fuck happened to you guys last night? All right. So number 3, they have projected fucking Phillies. 68%
Keep going.
playoff odds, 89 win season projection. It's the Phillies. They're gonna hit.
They still have the team.
Yeah, they're
they
gonna
still have
hit.
their core guys.
They've got a couple really good pitchers. Nola, Real Muto. They're
Wheeler and Nola are just that 1-2 punch is
Schwarber. I'm like,
elite.
they have such a great roster all around. Like,
Suarez.
yeah,
It's nice to see Schwarber like kind of hang on to a team. Like he was bouncing around there for a while. Red Sox had him for a minute. Nats had him. I forget who else. He finally Cubs. Yeah.
Yep.
So he had finally found a home in Philly. And he leads off too.
I was talking to my buddy though,
which
like,
is crazy
he's-
because he's got no speed.
yeah, he's in like 215, 220 almost every year though, and like everybody's like, oh, yeah, it's terrible. Who gives a shit when he's hitting 35, 40 homers from the leadoff spot?
Yeah,
Nobody cares because that's just
You're not putting Kyle Schwarber on the leadoff spot for his on base percentage.
exactly.
Yeah.
You're put.
He gets more at bats. He
Maybe
got a boom kick.
psychologically, he just likes to bat first. Like maybe it's just
He's got a clutch bat too. That like he maybe doesn't get hits all the time, but clutch situations.
Yep.
all right.
All right,
hitter.
number 4 projected. Another one we're going to kind of just run through. Mets, 90 wins projected, 73.5% playoff odds.
90 wins
Soto's
projected?
transition from the Bronx to Queen.
I think he might
I love it because they paid him all the money.
underperform to start the season just because like he's maybe feeling the pressure. But I think he's still
do it last year.
But I think he's still going to be a good player at the end of the year. He's when you look at his stat line, he's going to
Going
get.
out on a limb there. Soto's going to be a good player.
I'm not making a hot take.
Yeah, he's just
I'm saying he's going to be a good player for the Mets. I'm just
an
saying
elite.
he might be feeling
He'll
that a little bit.
contend for an
to start-
MVP this year.
He'll contend for MVP.
He just
And
got
now
a
that's a bold call.
$765 million
Is it really?
deal. He just got one of the
contend for
biggest
an
deals
MVP. I
in
mean,
MLB
define
history.
contend. What top
He'll
5?
be in the top 5 of MVP voting. Yes.
100%.
That's contending
Probably
for
win.
an MVP.
Barring injury.
He's just, I don't know. He's just like a cheat code. He hasn't really gotten hurt. He stays healthy. He's got one of the best swings. He can maybe work on his right field a little bit, but
We'll see.
his hitting makes up for everything.
He's out of the American League, which is awesome.
Right.
He's one of the best batters in the league. He's able to take pitches that nobody else can take. He's able to stay in count, stay in at bats that nobody else can do. Like he's just
girl
one of the
like that
best. You had one?
Well,
I'm telling.
I hope Mentor does good. I hope he's the only person on the Mets that does good. So number 5, we got the Diamondbacks at number 5, 87 win projection, 58.4.
Man, that's you got 3 of the top 7 teams in the same division.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Dodgers obviously are the favorites to win that division. I like to see them win.
Yeah, our division's going to be
But
tough.
If
Yeah.
It's going to be tough.
there is any other team to throw a flyer on that could, I think it's Arizona.
I agree.
You think Corbin Carroll makes the bounce back this year? He had a little rough time.
Corbin
last
Burns.
Well, they got Corbin Burns.
Corbin Carroll.
Wait,
Reestablishing
I know.
Yeah, I think Corbin Carroll has a bounce back. I mean,
Yeah.
he finished the year
Turned
good.
it around at the
He
end.
did, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember somebody
Finished the
picked him
year
off the
great.
waiver wire and got like a steal.
Yeah, because somebody dropped. I was like, who dropped this guy?
Cam, because
Cam.
he had him all season.
Yeah,
And he waited all season and he wasn't doing anything. So he finally, he was like, I've had enough of it.
What? You waited around. You got to keep him
because
In the locker room, you see him go like this. The curse of Cam is working.
You can keep waiting around and have him in your lineup all you want. You don't have a lot of bench space that you can really just hold him on your bench. So you've got somebody on your lineup that just isn't doing shit.
Yeah.
And he needed points. So, yeah, he dropped them.
I get it. As soon as you got him, I remember it was points every day.
Corbin Carroll in the MVP run this year?
No.
I don't see that.
He's an elite player.
I think
but-
he might try to recapture some of that magic he had during their like World Series.
Yeah,
run.
he's gonna
I
have a
don't
better
think he's
year.
an MVP type of player. Like
I think
to where
he's a very
gonna
good. I
contend
think he's
for
an elite leadoff hitter.
Right.
And I think he's an elite
He's
leadoff
got a
hitter.
boomstick like Ozzy. He's really
Like the
short.
guy, like the guy up in
Yeah.
Cleveland. We don't talk. Nobody. Stephen Kwan in Cleveland. Mm-hmm. Cleveland's.
I could see
He's a
him
monster.
contending for an MVP before Carroll.
But he's not a household
fielding
name. But he
ability.
just he hits for power. He hits for average. He gets on base. He's fast. He leads off. He does everything.
Plays a good outfield too.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
And they
I'm
got
just
Corbin.
thinking-
They
I'm
got
just
Corbin
thinking-
Burns, right? Arizona.
Yeah, and they brought in pitching. They brought in the guy from
Gallen,
Baltimore.
Burns.
And that's I think that was they just needed a little help pitching last
It's an
year.
arms
that they
race, and
just-
that's
it really is.
If you have the Dodgers in your division, it's an arms race because they will outspend you.
They only had
Every
2
time.
pitchers in the World Series. Remember who they only have? They had Bueller and Flaherty. That was it, and they played bullpen the whole time. They had a bullpen game, and both those pitchers pitched twice, I think. That was crazy.
Dodgers.
Walker Buehler, now in the Red Sox.
He did very well at the end of last year. So
Right. Well, we got number 6, Baltimore Orioles. Projected number 6, projected 88 win season, 64.7% playoff odds. Tell me what you like the most about the Orioles this year, Robert.
That's a
And I
health
can
matter,
guarantee
too,
you,
though.
I know one that's not.
it's a health matter.
Felix Batista.
No, okay, Felix Bautista.
Yeah, he's a
What do you not like the most about the Orioles this year?
Pitching.
Ground chuck.
It's just the whole starting
Yeah.
rotation, especially as of right now, where Charlie Morton is going to be our day 2 starter.
Hey, and in a way, Charlie Morton is kind of an older version of what I said with Fried. When you get his good days, he is still a good pitcher.
Yes.
He will make your
effective.
defense work. As the name ground chuck, he will draw the ground balls. He will make your defense do work, and get them into some good double play.
And they've got a good
situations.
infield.
Yeah,
They've got a good infield.
absolutely. But the problem is most of his games last year especially, you got to get two or three innings of him giving up runs or giving up hits before he really centers himself and gets into a groove. And a lot of those games, by the time he gets in that groove, it's time to pull him anyway because you guys are.
No, I think we're going to have a down year from the last couple of years. I don't think we're going to win the division. I think that we could possibly not make the playoffs.
Okay. All right. Well,
I think that I think last week, I think the Red Sox they're my pick to win the division.
Yep.
yeah, they're very good.
Is that our team? Is that what
It's got to be next.
No, it's 7. I've got the Yankees projected 89 win, 68%
Pretty low.
playoff
When
odds.
was this made?
That's pretty low for this.
This was updated today.
Is that taking the Garrett Cole?
Well,
Yeah, Luis Gil.
updated today, I would think that they're taking into account Garrett Cole.
Yeah.
Luis Hill.
I didn't hear. That's why I asked the question.
But you asked the question, he's in the middle of answering it, and then you didn't listen to his answer.
Yeah, this
guys
this
are-
article was updated and came out to me today. It was ESPN sent it to me. The Yankees again, like they're in a tough division with both you guys. It seems like
Yeah.
they have a lot of talent. They've lost some talent. I think that they take a step back personally. I think they take a step back, maybe not a giant step, but they take enough of a step that really kind of opens the door for Baltimore to maybe do something, or the Red Sox to
If
kind of
we
move
get
into a
healthy,
position.
if we get healthy,
Yeah,
but
it's-
like everyone's talking about them losing Soto, which is huge, but they're gonna put rookie of the year favorite Jason Dominguez there, and he's got a lot of power.
Yeah.
That guy mashes. So yes, they are still losing by losing Soto.
Yeah,
but
not as bad
this
as
guy
what they-
could be really, really good.
Yeah.
Probably a better
But
fielder.
losing Garrett Cole sucks for them.
Yeah, that did suck.
Because, like as you said, Fried is no Garrett Cole.
No, and
Is he going to be opening day starter for them? I can't. They don't really have anybody else.
I
do
would
they?
imagine that he probably
I don't
will
know
be.
who else it would be.
Right. That's crazy. Rito.
Most likely 2025 award
Still
winner.
rooting for him though, man. I'm not going to
Judge.
not root for him. I don't like the Yankees, but I'll root for Freed. I mean,
I have a hard time with that one. I have
Why?
a hard time with that. Just because
it's not our rival or anything.
No, I don't like the Yankees.
Yeah.
But
if he does good and they lose, that's a win-win right there.
it's like Mentor. It's like Mentor. I want everyone on the Mets to do bad except for Mentor. I wouldn't mind seeing Freed do good as long as the Yankees still do bad.
Yeah, exactly. They still lose.
All right, number 8 on the list. Texas
Sox.
Rangers.
Oh shit!
Projected record 87
I saw
wins,
the list beforehand.
61% playoff odds.
Texas Rangers.
DeGrom, they're looking for him if he can stay healthy to really have a good bounce back
player. Yep. He could be a comeback
For a
player.
month or two, he'll be a comeback player, and then he'll get hurt again.
Think so?
He's
When was
just,
the last time he wasn't hurt?
I mean,
2022?
I think
22?
Was it that soon?
he's
think
just,
so.
He's just
I
got
don't feel like I've ever remember like a full the season where he stayed healthy.
They just got to limit his innings and don't do too much for them. Save him for the long run.
Well, the problem is when you have a guy like that is expected to fill a big role on a team, you're going to have to use him. Like,
Yeah.
you can't save him but so much. Other than that, they've got him as the most likely 2025 fucking Steph Diggs to the Patriots.
Shut the fuck.
Breaking news.
Stephon Diggs to the
Stephon Diggs to the fucking Patriots.
Diggs?
That's
Well, he's gonna play the Bills twice.
that'll be fun. That'll be fun.
Or one or the other.
But yeah, the most likely 2025 award winner, they still have DeGrom as an opportunity for the Cy Young being the biggest award winner chance. I think that's kind of
You got to play for that.
yeah. One realistic bold prediction: Wyatt Langford was what rushed to the majors in 2024 after 200 plate appearances in the minors.
Agreed. He's gonna have a good year.
Yeah, looking for big.
He was
things
halfway
from him.
decent last year.
Yeah, looking for big things from here.
Oh, that's an easy question there,
You got-
Flipper House. If I got a Kool-Aid flavor,
Kool-Aid?
you got to throw it back a little bit. But the best Kool-Aid flavor they ever
like blue
made, and I will
raspberry.
die on this hill,
Blue raspberry.
Purple Saurus Rex.
Purple Source Rex.
Purple Saurus Rex was a grape and lemonade
Were you 6?
Kool-Aid. It was the best. Purple Saurus
36.
Rex.
Purple Saurus Rex.
Purple
I haven't
Saurus-
heard that
You gotta
one
go
in a
blue
while.
raspberry, man.
But you know exactly what I'm talking
Kool-Aid.
about.
Oh, I do. I do know what you're talking about.
Purple
Blue
Saurus Rex.
raspberry.
The raspberry lemonade was good. I mean, he had plenty. I mean, we could go OG flavors. I mean, if he had to
Let's
pick
stick
like
with
a
3
really
cheese.
like the core flavors.
Stick with 3 cheese and
I did
blueberry.
2 of them. I always
I'm
did
gonna do fruit punch.
23.
I'm just gonna do fruit
2
punch.
packs. Grape, cherry, boom.
2 packs of each.
Yeah, dude, be
No,
mature.
one of each, but 2 packs.
Remember that knockoff
cherry.
Flavor Aid? Remember that knockoff Flavor Aid you could get? Whack.
All these, because Kool-Aid, 10 cents for a Kool-Aid pack was too much. So we've got Flavor Aid for 4 cents. a
Be
pack.
mature about your Kool-Aid. Who's number 23?
All right, so number 9, projected list number 9, Boston Red Sox projected number 9. Projected 84 win season, 45.6% playoff odds.
I'd take the over on that win total.
Yeah, I think I do too.
Not by much, but more than 84.
I think so
I think
too.
it's a little low. I really like what they've done in the offseason. They've got a lot of good young guys coming up. They add Garrett Crochet from the White Sox. They bring in Walker Buehler from the Dodgers. I think I said it last time we talked about the Red Sox. Our opening day starter, Brian Bello, is now our number 4 or 5 starter.
Yep.
So we've upgraded our rotation. We bring in Bregman,
Completely. Yep.
who's going to rake at Fenway Park. We got guys coming back healthy.
Christian Campbell, big name coming
and
out.
we-
He could be your opening day second baseman.
Because Rafael Devers plays third,
So who's gonna play
as we all know, and Bregman also plays third. So
He shifting
It's
to
like-
shortstop? Is
they'll
Bregman going to shortstop?
they'll DH Bregman and bring this kid up because
DH Bregman.
they'll DH because we have a lot of young talent. I don't
Is he a gold glover? Pretty sure.
who Bregman?
Bregman?
Probably.
Bregman's not? I'm pretty sure he has been.
But I like them in this. Some things have to fall their way. You saw a spark of it last year. They were kind of getting they're in the wild card mix towards the end of the season.
Yeah, they were getting it together.
So I think they can be good. It's going to take.
They'd be a lot
Outcourt.
better if they would put Devers at DH.
Yes, that's where I agree. Bregman,
No,
That's not- that's not an
Devers is not. I mean, I
not
wouldn't.
an option.
No, because
Devers
I
will
play
not.
third base.
I play third base.
That's
and
crazy.
he's a good third baseman.
Wow.
No, but he is a-
Compared to Bregman, he's faster. He has a Gold Glove.
But you know the Red Sox are going to show him loyalty because he's
you
been
can
with the
still
Orioles.
keep him in the lineup and just hit him. He's
No.
a big bat.
I think
The big boy.
I
Keep him
get it.
batting.
You get them both in the lineup. Let them do their thing. If the chemistry's not right, I would be shocked if they moved Devers off a
If
third base.
Bregman has a day off, all right, put him at third. But
Yeah, like here or there, whatever.
I don't know.
But if it was a full-time move, I would be shocked. But at any rate, I think
They shouldn't fight over that. It should be a
of
good thing.
all the teams, the top 3 teams in the AL East all kind of have their warts a little bit. I think the Red Sox have the most upside out of all 3 teams,
yes.
but they're not necessarily the most talented roster.
Across the board, yeah.
Well, Robert said they could win. That's a bold prediction. It could happen. Things would have to fall their way, and these young guys would have to step up. But I could see them doing it.
Yeah.
So,
Biggest thing you're looking forward to see on your team this season?
I want to see some consistency.
Vodka got me to third base.
They were very, very streaky last year. They were very streaky. So, a good, consistent team with bringing in those veterans, and I think Crochet is going to earn his money. I think he's going to surprise them. He's like, finally, I changed the color of my socks. I don't have to, go out there and get 0 run support.
Yep. That's what this even says is
White Sox, Red
he's
Sox,
changed
baby.
his socks and now the governor is off. He's open to
So
really
he
push.
doesn't have to. Right, he doesn't have to pull his pitches or whatever and be like, I can really only give up 3 runs here because the White Sox and my team is so bad. If I give up more than 3 runs, I might be in trouble.
Yeah.
Did you see
A
his,
2-run homer at Fenway.
Did you
it's
see
like
his
a
final
double.
spring training performance before opening day? It was a few days ago, I think. I think they're going to shut him down to opening day, but he had like 5 shutout innings, 7, 8 K. I mean, he was looking filthy, though. It wasn't about the statistics. It was about how he looked in command. He was in full command of the game. He was
I'm looking
shutting down the lineup.
I think the Red Sox were a little bit ahead of schedule last year, but
Yeah, they got
a little bit of ahead of
lot of
schedule. I'd
upside.
like to see that continue on into this year, and
I
possibly
still think the O's are
they're
gonna
ahead of
be
schedule this year. Then we are
right
talking
there.
division.
I think it's going to be between you guys.
I think it'll be Red Sox Orioles there at the end.
Yeah.
Truthfully,
I don't think
I
the
can see
Yankees
that.
are going to
I think the Orioles. I think the Orioles are going to win the division, in my opinion.
So then my question is,
gotta get healthy.
anybody got a guess on who the number 10 is?
Number 10,
Yep, number 10.
Brewers.
Not the Brewers.
How?
Can I get a league?
Huh?
How? The Padres.
It is the Padres.
Gosh, I was
Padres
like,
at
wait
number
a
10.
second.
Which is going to be interesting because, Jerks and Profar coming to the Braves and we open the season in San Diego.
not huge.
That'll be kind of a cool little.
They have a
tidbit
lot of
to
they
it.
have a lot of depth, but
They have
them,
a ton of talent.
them losing Blake Snell, and then Darvish is getting a little bit older. Their pitching
Joe
is
Musgrove.
not.
Joe Musgrove
Yeah.
is done for the season.
Yeah,
They said
Joe
he's
Musgrove's done.
He's already out.
Their pitching is in trouble.
Entire lineup mashes.
Yes.
Yeah,
When I was
Tatis.
at their- when I went to
Machado.
that series,
They
their
just hit
batting
hard.
practice every game. Everybody in their lineup, just a different sound off of their bat.
Yeah.
Just
Well, that's because they're corked.
Yeah. No, I agree. Machado and Tatis got
Yeah.
2 of the best swings, best
but it
hitters in
wasn't
the game.
just them. It was like
Everyone.
everyone that came up.
Cronenworth.
Xander,
Yeah.
Cronenworth.
Bogarts, yeah. Bogarts
like
gonna have a
Jackson
big year.
Merrill.
That was a
Manny
former Red
Machado. Like I mean,
That whole
there's-
lineup can rake.
dude,
Yeah,
they-
Bogarts
they-
is
That
gonna have a
Korean guy in
comeback
there,
year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
the-
his name?
Kim.
Dude, he went
I
off
had him. I
last
had
year.
him on my fantasy team last year.
No, he went off. What was it, Yoshinobu or something? I can't remember, honestly.
You sub Kim or
Yeah.
No.
I
thought
It was a
was
freaking
something-
Red Sox.
something
You don't even
Kim.
remember his name? What's the Chinese guy that was in your lineup that was destroying the ball the whole freaking year?
But he wasn't Chinese.
Japanese. Come on, Yamasaki. Yamamoto. Matsuda.
No.
I'm trying to say Sakimaki. Yoshida. Thank you. I'm trying to say
I almost said Matsusaka.
Suzuki Kawasaki.
I almost said
Yoshida.
Come on, you guys don't know him?
Yoshida.
Oh my gosh.
those are Japanese.
I liked Yoshida a lot last year. He was a really
Oh
good player.
man. All right, well, that's the top 10. That's top 10 ESPN projections as of today.
Yeah.
I'm just ready for a season start, dude. It's
Thursday, man.
Thursday.
And then baseball at 3, I think, starting at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Be off by 3, baby.
Masataka Yoshida
Masataka.
will begin his season in AAA Worcester
What?
because they brought up the second baseman.
They brought up the second baseman. Okay, so yeah.
But so they brought who they bring up? This
Christian
Campbell.
Yeah, Christian Campbell.
Oh, he's a beast elite.
Yoshida isn't even on the MLB roster.
He did good last year.
He'll be up.
His statistics are pretty good.
Well,
Maybe not his glove.
I think that's going to be an interesting start for the season. I can't wait till Thursday gets here. I can't wait to watch some basketball and some baseball.
I'm just gonna watch
I know our
baseball,
game is gonna be late on Thursday, so it's gonna be all right.
Yeah, I'll probably
West
watch
Coast.
baseball during the day and basketball at night.
West Coast game and all. All right, well, let's move on to what moves you.
Okay.
I'm glad you didn't take mine, and I'm going before you so that you can't take my what moves me. And
What? I have like 3 things, but
Are you
it's
going
not gonna
first?
be what
I
you
can.
say.
I'll go first, just so I can make sure.
I know. I mean, I can go first.
Go first.
What if you take his?
I don't think I highly doubt that. What do you got, Brent?
I am just. If you didn't know, the NCAA wrestling championships were this past weekend, and we had a major super major upset.
I saw that.
Guy from Oklahoma State, Wyatt Hendrickson, he beat Gable Stevenson. Now, if you don't know who Gable Stevenson is, he is
Then you probably
he is
Don't know what
a
wrestling is.
Olympic gold medalist.
Yeah.
He has been undefeated, hasn't allowed a takedown since 2020. He is.
I haven't had a carb since
Yeah, you see these? It's exactly exactly
heels.
Yeah, so he but they were wrestling for a national championship, and he this guy from Oklahoma State beat him. It's up there if you're a wrestling official. It's up there with like a Ronda Rousey, Holly Holm type of deal. So
how he was even able to have eligibility is beyond.
yeah, Gable Stevenson.
Stevenson
He's like-
graduated.
he graduated
a couple years ago. Does the Olympics. Went to the WWE
in the NFL.
I think he tried.
He's
Flipper
talking
House
about it.
calling it out.
He knows Gabe, man. It's a chump.
It's like he's a chump.
Well, he got chumped again because this guy from Oklahoma State took him down, beat him, got the natty. So, so
chumped
whatever.
again.
That's what moved me, man.
On the same note, I watched a dude for a different weight class win the natty. I think I want to say it was like 150 or 155, and he went. His girlfriend.
Oh yeah, he's like 5'5". No, he's like 136,
and she's like 6'3" or something. Like,
and he hugs her, and here his top of her head is like on her chest. It's like hugging your kid,
right?
That's your girlfriend.
She like reached down and was like, oh, dude.
She could kiss the top of his head like a little baby.
Oh man, Robert, you got something that moved you this week?
Yeah, the Capitals today signed Jacob Chikrin to a extension of 8 years, $72 million contract.
Wow, that's good.
It's big.
Yeah.
They
Chikrin's
traded for him
good.
in the
Chikrin's a good-
offseason. He's had a great year. Solid defenseman like that for first line defensemen are hard to find that can do both.
He can score.
That's good.
So happy about that.
Hell yeah.
Go ahead.
I want to play the odds and let you go.
Nah, go ahead, because if I take you, you're going to be upset.
What moved me this week? Uncle Jesse is back in Atlanta. Jesse Chavez let go again.
John Stamos?
Braves have picked him up. Braves have picked him up to a minor league deal and
not mine.
have already
For like the
announced,
6th time, right? Like,
have already announced
Said
he
it's
went.
like
He signed a
23rd
minor
year.
league deal, made the roster. He is going to be a reliever for us this year.
I mean, dude,
Jesse Chavez, he is the epitome of a player who only likes to play in one place.
Yes.
He goes everywhere,
trading
and
him.
they're like, he's garbage. He comes back to Atlanta, and he's a fucking monster every time. Every
you
time.
said this last year.
Exactly. I know. That's what I'm saying.
He was
so,
shit, and then he got good. At the
yeah,
end of the
dude.
year.
Uncle Jesse back in Atlanta. I don't know how many
Does
more
he
years.
need to go, like, and then he falls off in Atlanta, and then he goes and recharges somewhere else and comes back as a beast?
I guess. I don't know, but
What's he getting outside of Atlanta that he's bringing,
well, because he's getting small he's getting small contracts,
it is.
but he gets these small contracts, and at the end of the season, I think it's a situation of the Braves again. They're like, we only have so much we want to pay for this, but you never know. Maybe he's in cahoots on the whole thing, and he's like, no, let me go somewhere else. I'll suck it up for a couple months. They'll sign me to a contract and pay me, and then I'll just come back to Atlanta, and you guys can basically have me for jack squat, and I'm going to pitch like an ace out here for you guys. I mean, a 2-inning ace, but you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that was what moved me. Jesse Chavez back in Atlanta for the fucking 6th year in a row. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Well, that was 100% not anywhere close to mine, so that's good. You would have beat the odds on that one. What moves me this week, obviously, just like we talked about, same day, Sweet 16, opening day. That's going to be awesome sports day. I'm just ready for baseball to begin. Not only watching it as a coach as well. Found out through the grapevine that our prodigy Levi that got to play with us on Carson's coach pitch team that me and Randy coach, they needed another assistant on their minor league team, what I was telling you about. So I'm going to help out with them. So hopefully I can build a bridge for next year, get Carson on the team. So be able to get some experience doing that too. So that's going to be fun.
Carson, Reese, Levi.
Yeah, I'm drafting
maybe
all of them.
Maybe a little Coy sprinkled in there, Maddox.
Yeah, that'd be sweet to get the band back together.
The Fab Five.
If I was able to draft a team, I would have done it this year. But yeah, just getting the opportunity to do stuff like that, it's just humbling, Just opportunities just kind of keep coming to me like that, just randomly. So
Nice.
it's pretty awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. Well, that is what's up, man. That's a very moving week for all of us, I feel like. That's awesome.
All right,
Let's
7:30, baby.
I'd say let's jump into these snack reviews real quick.
Well, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Jump in.
Just start with guac.
All right. So, on recommendation from Pastor Tim, guacamole, tortilla chips. I'm at like
I'm
a,
gonna say A plus.
I'm at like an
grade-wise.
8.5 on
That's
these.
exactly where I
These
am.
are good. These are good chips.
Yep.
Yes.
The flavor's there. The crisp is there. I mean, shout out father-in-law Pastor Tim.
Yes.
Pastor
Pastor
Tim, good
Tim.
call, man.
That
Good
was
call.
He said, these guys are gonna love these.
Yeah.
What you got, Donnie? What you got?
Oh, well, grade wise, let's say A plus. Number wise, I'm gonna say 9.3.
9.3.
Okay.
I think you had some cheese sauce.
8.5. So we're all right there. These, I mean, this is a good.
Cheese sauce
those
with
are
the
solid.
tenor.
It's a solid B plus.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
gave him A plus.
I think we're going A minus.
I gave him A plus flavor wise for Kroger chips. Yeah, I think the Kroger chips.
All right. We'll do them in the Carolina Kettle Thai chili sweet and hot kettle cooked chips.
I really like
Honestly,
those
I'm
two.
at like a 5.5 on these. A little too sweet. I like the crunch of the chip, just a little too sweet. It reminded me of like a barbecue seasoning with just too much sugar in it.
Yeah.
All right. Sweet Bob.
5.3.
5.3.
Yeah.
I'm 7.9 on those.
Yeah.
I like-
7.9. Okay.
So that was the thing. These
Finish
were
them, yeah.
these right here had a hard act to follow.
Flavor, yeah.
Like they came out, but I like the sweetness. I do like a sweet chip from time to time, like some of those sweet barbecue chips.
Yeah,
and
that's
stuff.
exactly what it reminded me of.
And the crunch, you're right. The crunch is there. It's a kettle chip. It's definitely there. Yeah, I'm 7.9. Not they're not on that level, but they're two different kinds of chips. So apples and oranges.
Say 7.0, right? Right in between that. Yeah, I think it's solid taste. No, I'm good. I could see myself eating a bag of those for sure.
Oh yeah.
Sweet and
What
spicy.
we got next?
All right, where we got the cheese titties. The
Eat the whole
cheese
bag.
Titty.
the
The
cheese
whole bag
TDs.
approved at 7.9 right now.
He gives them a 2. I think that's blasphemous.
He's going to.
These are like an 8 for me. I love these.
Cheese tis. Oh my
You
god.
like sand.
I like
Like
these. I
sand?
don't like sand, but I like those.
I got challenged.
I got a 2 point.
Got challenged.
2.16 on those.
Finish it.
I was
Finish
like,
it.
oh my god. Champ.
Did you say 2.16?
Yeah, it's terrible. I thought they were terrible. I was just
The cheese
goofing
titty.
off with the score, but yeah, I did.
What'd you have for the cheese
It
titty?
tasted like sand. I got bit into
I
sand.
don't remember. Like an 8? I'll give them an 8. I thought they were good.
I'm still gonna go. Yeah, 7-7 on the cheese titties.
You're crazy. I
I'd
must
like
have got
to
a
see-
bad one.
I'd like to see some chocolate titties.
Yeah, chocolate tits.
I'm totally down for that. But yeah, I think they were good. Definitely worth trying.
I'm telling you.
Crispy, cheesy treats you'll crave. The spice on the end of it. Not sure how I felt about that little kick at the end because that's not what I was.
They don't
expecting,
mention it at all.
No. But yeah, not bad. All
I
right.
had a split on that one.
All right. and
Reese's.
The Reese's Crispy Crunchy.
The crunch.
I really like this thing.
Champ.
I'm at like a 8 again on 8.5. This is really good. Like I said, I like the Butterfinger kind of layered texture it had. So 8.5 for me.
The idea of it.
6. Robert
Yeah.
says 6.
I like the idea.
I loved Snickers Krispies, which is what I kind of had them in my book. They were a little similar to the consistency and everything. Yeah, I thought they were like a 8-7. Solid. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Word.
Yeah, given it's 48th type of Reese they've made, just give it a 6.5. I mean, it's nothing crazy to me. I'd rather have a just regular Reese cup, honestly. Hard to beat that. Feel like it.
I like most things Reese's though, so it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing a little bit too much. That's okay. They're making money, so that's fine.
It's like Twix though. Like I like Twix. Sometimes I don't want a cookies and
cookie
cream,
cream,
Twix
like,
or
I
something
can't
that
do
mint
those.
chocolate Twix. Like
Nah.
I just want Twix. I like them because they're Twix.
Exactly.
Word.
Word.
The
Those are good
OG.
snacks tonight.
Thanks, man.
Good snacks. Again,
Yeah, those are good.
one more shout out. Pastor Tim over here.
Pastor
The
Tim. shout out.
Kroger brand
He said-
guacamole restaurant style. All right.
Yep.
I'm getting a huge bag
Yeah.
of those.
I can dog on that for real.
They were really
Kroger.
good. I was
Those
surprised.
I'm getting a huge bag of those.
Well, with that, that's about all the time we've got for tonight. We're going to go ahead and close this thing out. Want to say big thanks to everybody who tuned in tonight, for everybody in the comments. Good to
few
see you.
comments later
Good to
on.
see you all. Hope you guys enjoyed it.
Joshua.
We want to throw the shout out over there to Chout again one more time. If you guys are looking for something to do tonight and you're in the Roanoke area, go check out Chout Bout. Bout Got Jokes down at Spot on Kirk, 8 p.m. tonight, downtown Roanoke. Check it out. It's going to be a fun show. Also, as we always try to remember to, but I mean, I have a bad memory. Got to throw another shout out to our man, Josh Richards, DJ J Rich, behind the scenes, keeping us
J.
rocking and
Rich.
rolling. And also, just a shout out to all you fans out there for being a part of this, for being a part of the Sports Bites family. Thank you guys so much for being a part of this. Thanks for riding the train with us this far. And we just want to keep this thing going.
Train, baby.
I was waiting for it. Remember, everybody, keep hitting that like button on these videos. Keep commenting, even if it's afterwards. Comment. We check the comments. Give us some ideas, things you want to see, snacks you want to see, topics you want to see, and most definitely keep hitting that share button. Send us out there to all your people. Show them we have a great time out here, and keep eyes out. We're going to keep the social medias rocking with it. We're going to kind of build this thing up, but keep an eye out for the fundraiser that we've got coming up to benefit St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And with that, I want to thank you, Don.
Real quick though, we don't do it enough. This guy Josh Slipper House comes on every week. Usually says what's up, supports us. He has his own podcast as well. It's mainly WWE. Him and his buddies kind of just talking random stuff. They're hilarious. Go check out Slipper House Extra Extra. They have their own podcast as well. So yeah, I definitely support
Do
you
you know the
guys
name
as
of the
well.
podcast?
Yeah, I was going to say, what's their podcast name?
Slipper House Extra Extra.
That's the name of the pod?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Josh, when's your podcast usually on? Gotta be quick with it.
Pro Wrestling Sauce. Yeah.
Pro Wrestling Sauce. Okay.
That's the name of the show.
They should name it. They should rename it. Oh dear God!
Oh dear God.
Sauce.
Wednesdays at 10:15. There you go. Check them out. Wednesdays at 10:15. Pro Wrestling Sauce. Our big man Slipper House.
Take
Josh
calls,
out here.
baby.
Always. I know.
More
We're
fun
working
than
on
a
it.
John Cena heel turn.
Yeah, he's gonna be our first caller once we start taking calls.
Right. Most definitely. Well, with that, Brent,
Yo.
Robert,
Yo.
thank you guys. This was a lot of fun tonight. This was a great episode. I was feeling the energy the whole time.
Yeah, man. That was
And
good.
thank you again, all you fans out there.
That's the titties.
That's the titties. That's what it is. Titties, man.
They would just crumble in your
Yeah, there's
And with
bag
that,
of sand.
we want to thank you guys one last time and let you know that we are Sports Bites, your number one podcast, bringing you the best of both worlds.
Sports.
And
Snacks.
thank you guys so much. We
Yeah.
love you. Have a great night.
Finally got it. Now, you remember on 40 Hope?
Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag. Long as I wake up in the morning, I'ma get a bag. Get a bag, yeah, I'ma get a bag.